know, and now they're gaining confidence, and it's a big deal to them. So you're getting their best shot. No contact there. No.
Oh, Serge Ibaka going after Marquise Chris. Punches are thrown, and the Raptors doing a good job of keeping their players at their bench. And punches thrown, heavy punches between the two. And Ibaka walking off of the court. And the ramifications of this will not be good for either player. Deeper effects certainly for the Raptors, who are currently in second in the Eastern Conference. And well, Ibaka and Chris, I think they're engaged on the long. Here, watch this here.
That was my point. There needed to be a whistle there.
And then Chris, you see him say something. And then punches thrown there. And you see the shove, and then Chris with the words to Serge, and Serge just takes him right to the stanchion, and then Chris throws the first punch, and in response, Ibaka throws a punch. Unfortunately, neither one connected.
Hey, the week with Chris going out in place of Ibaka.
So Marquise Chris ejected, Serge Ibaka.
And remember, the Raptors, only with 13 guys on their roster right now, still have 2 open roster spots. And what is the implication for a guy like Ibaka for Thursday against the Lakers, Sunday against Detroit, maybe Monday against the Knicks? But
a little bit loose with the handle. Back out to Butler, doesn't hesitate, and a good decision by Jimmy Butler, who has 24.
Watch out.
Fight.
Watch out.
Lopez and Ibaka throwing punches.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah, they threw some big ones there. They got to get Ibaka out of here now. I don't know who started it, all right, because you could see we were going the other way. Now, right now, Mirotic is coming down here now. He's got to understand. You got to stay in the game. Your team is going to stay in the game, because right now, you know, Lopez and Ibaka will probably get thrown out.
Yeah.
Because they definitely landed punches. Now, that was all in that scrum. That was in the paint behind where Mirotic was on trying to recover the ball.
There was a mad scramble underneath.
Right.
A scrum, Hubie, like you said.
Oh, absolutely.
And there were definitely punches thrown. Lopez appeared to connect on one of them.
Now keep an eye underneath right here now. Now as they go. Lopez, why he swung down at him. Oh, there it is. Both guys.
Yeah.
Both guys landed punches. Now keep an eye. Now watch what happens right here. A little in the back by Ibaka, and Lopez is telling him now. So he takes the ball out of his hand, and that's what starts it. Now you're going to see as they reach, by grabbing Lopez's side of his neck, Lopez lands a punch, but then Ibaka comes back and he lands one. Friday night fights?
Yeah, no. Boy, Ibaka just ducked out of harm's way, and then countered with that right hand.
Now, see, DeRozan does a great thing here. He pulls him right out of there.
Yeah, ironically, I think that all started when Lopez kind of stumbled into Ibaka.
Well, first of all, Ibaka nails Lopez in the back. As Lopez turns around, Lopez tells something, but then he swipes at the ball. By swiping at the ball, that starts it, okay?
Work on the inside, nice post move by James going up against Delon Wright. I think you can have the conversation about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and out of respect for our dear friend Wayne Embry, he always mentions Oscar Robertson, but you know, LeBron James.
He's going to be in discussion when it's all said and done
as one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time,
well,
right?
It's not totally written yet, but he will absolutely be in that discussion and deserves to be.
Absolutely. And now James Johnson and Serge Ibaka, and James threw a punch. And you don't want to mess with James Johnson, as we all know. And now Serge walks away, and he was holding up his arms. And it looks like James, who is a black belt in karate, by the way.
Yeah, that's a guy I definitely want to walk.
There's nobody.
I want to walk down the. I want to walk down the alley with him.
So here it is. It's a little elbow.
Well, you know what? I think probably both of them are going to go.
Well, let me see. Well, definitely double T's. Let's see. Right there, elbow, right there, shove. There really wasn't a punch thrown. It was just a little pushing and shoving. And how you doing? Good, Serge. How you doing, James?
Well,
but there's
in the old NBA, it'd be, you know, in today's NBA, I have no idea how it's going to be called. But
it looked like that left from the first view that we had was more significant from James Johnson, but then when you look at it, you could tell he kind of recoiled it. He kind of pulled back on it. So
let's keep an eye on it. All right, this is what the officials are looking
both
at.
great competitors.
And Ibaka,
that's a shove right there.
Yep.
Yeah, both are going to be, I think, ejected.
Yeah, Kiki Vanaway, I'm sure he'll be busy later on tonight watching that.
And so that's going to change things for the Raptors because.
Well, and it will for the Heat too, because you're taking away a good mobile defender and a guy who can make plays in James Johnson. And remember, they don't have Tyler Johnson tonight, so their depth gets compromised a little bit as well. You don't have Kyle Lowry, so now you're taking your third major weapon. He's got 11 points, 5 boards out of the lineup. So it changes it on both ends, Matt.
Tony Brown having a conversation with public address announcer Herbie Kuhn about the decision. So I think both of them have been ejected.
Yep.
And James having a few words now.
I would highly recommend that they keep those guys separated.
And James headed back. Now here's the tough thing. James Johnson has to walk in front of the Raptor bench, which
a lot of former teammates there, but I agree they should put him out the other exit.
Yeah,
I agree.
Go out the other exit. You don't put them through the same, and that's they need to send him through the other VOM and send him around back toward where the Maple Leaf locker room is, which is right next to the visitors' locker room.
In defensive security, though, on short notice, that is a tough That's a tough thing to do because this hallway is secure.
Correct.
The other one has a lot of fans in there. So
Griffin the rebound, back up, blocked by Ibaka, but a foul. And Ibaka throws, and then Barnes shoves Ibaka. The officials bet again in the middle. Ibaka very hot, as is Barnes. Scott Brooks quickly comes out to try and separate it. The team staying along their benches, the officials quickly getting in front. Ibaka threw the first shove at Griffin, and then Barnes came at Ibaka. There's a good chance we might see an ejection, certainly technical fouls. So now the officials have some work to do, and no doubt we'll look at the replay. Let's see the play. It looked like a great block. Griffin does an excellent job, the offensive rebound. And then you see their arms get Griffin trying to go away, and it seemed to have been fine. And then Ibaka kind of shoves him to get rid, and then Barnes comes right in there. So there's the clenched fist from Ibaka, but fortunately for Oklahoma City, he doesn't throw a punch. It looked like a clean block. He was called for a foul. So Ibaka overreacted a bit, and then Barnes coming in support of his team.
I'm not sure really Ibaka overreacted. He had his arm clamped down by Griffin, and he just sort of got rid of him. He wanted to get his arm out. I don't think Ibaka did anything. Now, closing your fist will probably... Is it okay to close your fist if you don't throw a punch?
I think so.
Yeah. This is much ado about nothing.
Now, they're saying the original foul was not on Ibaka, was on Cephalosha. And the officials will look. One thing they look to see if anybody threw punches. It might be just
Technical foul on Matt Barnes.
And probably on Ibaka is my guess.
Why?
You know, I see your point that Griffin had clamped down, but he did shove him like that.
So what, are you supposed to dance around with Blake Griffin holding onto your arm the whole time? What are you supposed to do? Just walk around like that?
No, he's got to let it go.
He had it for like 3 seconds. Clamped down.
Let's look at one more time, this time in real speed. Yeah, the Cephalosha foul from behind.
Guys are so sensitive now. Every time you like get a guy off of you, like guys are just like so sensitive.
Well, that's what I'm saying about Ibaka. I mean, they're just tied up, for crying out loud. They're clamped. He's in an uncomfortable
He's trying
position.
to get away. What's the big deal? Nothing happened there. I think we should drop the cage down and let people actually put the gloves on him, and we'll see who the tough guys are.
You know, often you have very good ideas.
You think that wouldn't be better than some of the halftime acts that we see? That would be a great halftime act.
This is the biggest problem during these delays, is you have time to think.
This is nothing. How can something like Ibaka trying to get his arm out act like we're making this out like this is something? This is nothing.
Well, it should.
Technical foul on Matt Barnes. Shoot the free throw. Whatever.